There's no way this will end well at this point.
Okay,
Like breaking...
Don't shoot! Hands up! Do not move!
Breaking someone out.
Stay back, Daniel. Let me think.
Sean.
Oh. Don't put this evil on me! I don't want this fucking responsibility! Oh my gosh. What is my heart rate? I'm sure it's skyrocketing. Welcome back to Life is Strange 2. Last time we played, we destroyed a wall. No big deal, but our brother got shot. Again. Anyways, let's see where this goes, because this is gonna be a wild ride.
Okay, let's move it.
I am concerned.
All right, sit down.
Where's my brother?
He's doing fine for a kid who got grazed by a bullet. Lost some blood, but he's tough. They're taking care of him at the infirmary.
He's still a kid.
Want coffee?
Okay.
Good. Be right back.
Fuck. What did they do with Daniel? I hope he's alright.
This feels like the beginning of the interrogation, doesn't it? I can't tell if this officer is going to try the same things that the the one lady was going to do, where it's like, let me try to be your friend. Because he wasn't doing that before he knew that it was us.
Oh, shit. Is it morning already?
What is she saying?
Haven't seen Daniel since yesterday.
Why do you care?
Great. Now I can put on a fucking show.
It was now or never. Once we have the baby, there's no way we could cross.
Hope Daniel doesn't freak out in here.
Good job then. You went to jail instead. You could be a great one.
Is that like what, Madison or whatever her name is being interrogated?
How am I gonna get myself out of this mess?
I don't think breaking out the handcuffs is a great idea at this point.
That mamacita?
No point in getting these off.
Yeah, we can
There
try.
are cops everywhere.
Hey! Let me out of here! I'm not illegal!
I feel like we're getting her coffee any second now. I feel like her outrage was the sound of someone walking by the cell, and she's not getting what she wants.
Do you ever just not yell? It's been a long fucking night. We're all sick of your shit. If I have to come back here again, you're going to solitary. Got it?
I didn't do anything but sit here. Where's my coffee? You came back with a file. Where's my coffee? Oh, okay. All is well if you brought my coffee. I mean, as well as it can be.
Looks
Do you have cream and sugar?
like you need it.
Thanks.
Thanks for saying I look like shit and need coffee, I guess. Fuck.
All right. Let's see.
Might as well drink the coffee.
Okay.
I don't think you're supposed to poison it.
Damn. Seriously?
That was a dramatic zoom in. Is it because we don't have creamer and sugar? Which would be a crime by itself. What do you have to say about that, officer?
Yeah.
I didn't do that
It's gonna
zoom.
make me feel so much better.
What else am I gonna do except for drink your shitty
At least
Cop
it'll keep me
coffee.
up.
every time there's a zoom? Are you gonna say something? Because otherwise I'm just gonna
Jeez.
finish the coffee.
That's quite a crime spree. It's hard to believe what kids can do nowadays.
Okay.
Killing that officer in Seattle.
Not me.
Assaulting a gas station clerk.
That was me.
Caught in another weird explosion.
Doesn't mean
at
I
a
did it.
pot farm in California.
Not illegal.
Then you join a religious commune in Nevada.
Still not illegal.
Which ends up burnt to the ground. And
I didn't do that.
we're not even halfway down the list. One of those things you could
Okay.
get away with. But not all that.
You still have to prove it in a court of law. I can explain or whatever. Not all those things are illegal. They don't sound great, like joining a religious commune, but that's not inherently illegal. Also, I didn't do all those. And even if I did do all those, you have to still prove it. Like, you have to prove it beyond a reasonable doubt, which is different. We've seen we've seen major trials where, like, society knows they done did it, but they weren't able to prove beyond a reasonable doubt to a jury of their peers. So they didn't get convicted. All these are very different things. We saw from the very, very, very beginning of the game what the car footage showed of the cop shooting in Seattle. Not the cop shooting. Well, yeah, I guess it was the cop shooting. It doesn't show us actually harming the officer. It just shows him going flying. Also, he shot our fucking dad, which there would be proof of between, like, you know, bullets and all that good shit. Between, like, CSI shit. I'm sure they would have enough to prove that. What jury, considering the political climate, would convict a child of yeeting a cop after the cop shot their dad? Not a lawyer. Putting all of that out there. I'm not advising anybody on anything with all of this. Just putting all of that out there. I can explain or whatever. We can't explain. We really can't. What are you going to tell him about your brother's power? I have crumbs on my desk and it's very distracting. Okay, crumbs are gone. We can't explain our brother's power. Who would believe us? Sure, let's try.
It sounds crazy, but I can explain.
Explain it to Agent Flores.
Ah, fuck.
She's on her way now.
Of course she is.
She spoke to your mother. Took
Okay.
responsibility for the church fire.
So why is that? If our mother took responsibility for that, why is that on, like, my rap sheet? That feels like intimidation. Also, I hate her, Agent Flores. Why? She's so manipulative. Like, in, like, a very purposeful way. Like somewhere out there, the FBI taught her a course on, like, how to do interrogations. Which I'm sure they do. But I don't like it. Because it's so purposely manipulative. That's not true, or she says a lot. She says a lot? I mean, okay, if I'm supposed to be talking to the agent, why are you still talking to me then? Because that almost sounds like your job is to just, like, make me comfy, but then why purposely bring me into this room? Why start a conversation at all? It sounds like you are interrogating me still. That's not true. These both sound like like the same thing. Sure, she says a lot.
She says a lot. Who cares? You don't have any proof.
That's true.
Don't drag her into this, okay? She's a good person.
Hey. It's not up to me, kid. Listen.
Saying it's not up to me sounds like a way to still be, like, nice cop, where it's like, it's not up to me, but if it was up to me, I would help you out. That's how that sounds.
I feel sorry for you. I really do. But denying what you did will only make things worse.
I actually didn't. I said I could explain. And then you, like, stopped me and said I'd have to explain it to the agent. So I didn't really deny anything. And then my only two options were, like, she didn't do it or she didn't do it. I am trying to take accountability, but you're not letting me. I had to, wasn't my fault. Okay, so his angle for saying that I'm denying things is I'm trying to tell... Oh, this is like the Agent Flores thing all over again. Shit. I'm trying to tell the truth, which is there are some things of this I didn't fucking do. And people are like, stop lying. You're in denial. You're not telling the whole truth. That's not fucking true. I'm telling the truth and nobody's believing me and saying that I'm lying. problem is that is so incredibly frustrating for someone when they legitimately are telling the truth, that then that shuts down all communication. Because what's the point in telling the truth? If you're not going to believe me anyways, then why would I talk to you at all? I had to, wasn't my fault. Just say it wasn't my fault. Some of this stuff wasn't my fault. I had to. I had to deny or I had to do this stuff. Let's go with I had to.
I did what I had to do. I needed to protect my brother.
I know, son, but running away from trouble is never a good solution. You know...
What are we supposed to do? Go to the cops when the cops shot our dad? Is nobody looking at that?
I read the report. You claim that Officer Matthews' death was an accident, so why didn't you wait for the police?
He fucking shot our dad. This feels like victim blaming. We have a victim, Sean. And you're basically saying, why didn't you do this thing? This is your fault. Like, that's what he's saying. It's like, this is your fault that you didn't do this thing. But he is the victim here. With that instance in Seattle, he is the victim. No one would have believed it. I panicked, then it was too late. No one would have believed it. Is talking more about the powers. The other option is more talking about like how people can react in traumatic situations where we are getting to fight, flight, or freeze, and we just react, which is like a people thing, not a powers thing. Let's go with that.
I panicked, okay? Then it was too late. We were already criminals.
Well, it's no reason to make things worse by running away, kid. Good news is, your brother's too young to be prosecuted. He'll end up with your grandparents, if they want him. But you're facing a shitload of years between bars.
Wouldn't he still be tried as a kid? He's still underage as far as I know. And I don't... In my brain, I was like, oh, I don't believe he murdered anyone, which, like, you know, my understanding, not a lawyer, is that if there's a crime big enough, they might try to go after a kid as an adult, because, like, if you're close enough to an adult and the crime is big enough, we want the crime to, like, match, or the punishment to match the crime. But I guess they are going after us for the cop. They are going after us for murder.
He'll get a life.
Daniel's gonna be fucking pissed.
What I don't get is how two kids can destroy so much stuff. I mean, anywhere you went, something blew up. Seriously. How?
What do you expect me to say? We're super villains. Fuck, let's not lean into that. Like, what do you expect me to say? Let's say that we learned about explosives. God, don't do that. That would be like some terrorist level shit. Don't do that. Do you think that we would admit to that? And also, that type of interrogation should probably be done by the feds. Like, I imagine this cop would be in trouble for asking those questions if he was explicitly told not to, and he asked anyways out of, like, morbid curiosity. This is not going well. Random accidents were supervillains. I don't think the supervillain thing will go over well. Random accidents.
Those were just random accidents.
Who is gonna believe the powers?
Crazy, it just happens around us. I can't explain it.
Uh-huh. Listen. Once is an accident. Twice
what do you expect them to
luck.
say?
3 times is enemy action.
Oh, no.
What is that?
Sir? I don't think you should...
Keep your ass in that seat.
You done goofed.
Sean! You okay? How do you feel?
I'm okay. Just a little headache. Hold on. Dude,
There's
we gotta
security
go.
cameras.
Hold up.
Is he okay? I wanted to rescue you, but I
had to use my power. I didn't want to hurt him.
He's okay. Don't worry.
At least he tried not to hurt anybody. At least the cop's alive. Is the camera still on? Oh, damn.
Mom,
Oh, it's a broken camera.
Good thinking, Daniel.
But the footage would still be somewhere else.
who are these people?
Cops. Oh, assholes.
Paola and Diego. They came all the way from Mexico
And then assholes.
and got thrown in jail for it.
Shall we try to make peace with these morons?
As for the others,
I don't think we can make peace. I feel like that was the option we would have had earlier on if we had tried to talk to them instead of the other couple.
they're the ones who tried to shoot you.
What?
Oh.
You got locked up? Good.
Go to hell.
Let's not keep dwelling on that, shall we?
You think
He's out for the count.
We're screwed.
Good thinking, Daniel.
There's no way this will end well at this point.
Okay,
Like breaking
shit. Don't shoot! Hands up! Do not move!
breaking
Wait, Sean.
someone out.
Stay back, Daniel. Let me think.
Sean?
Oh. Don't put this evil on me. I don't want this fucking responsibility. Oh my gosh. What is my heart rate? I'm sure it's fucking skyrocketing. Oh my gosh.
Quick. Gotta find something to stop them.
Why are you getting closer?
They're gonna get us.
Now!
They're dangerous! Be
We will
careful!
shoot if we need to. Understand?
Fire extinguisher.
Do
I
something.
forgot the buttons. Distract.
Fire
Don't
extinguisher.
do anything stupid, kid!
No, don't kill. Hurt.
Throw that
Hurt.
walker.
Don't kill. I want to do something else. I'm sorry. I couldn't find the button fast enough. I didn't want you to die, though.
I don't want to hurt anybody anymore.
You saved us. You had no choice. Now, let's bail.
Sean, I think our things are in there.
Hey! What did you
Step
do?
back.
Fucking murderer!
Nice.
Madison, I'm
Don't
not a
move.
murderer.
I'll be
Also,
right
even if I was, do you think it would be good to antagonize me right now? Not a great choice. Not a great look on
Okay,
you.
But be quick.
Oh my gosh. We can take their stuff. I don't want guns. That will just look worse on us.
They must really feel threatened to put so much effort into this.
How much time do I actually have to look at this stuff?
Bet it belongs to one of these trigger-happy people.
Don't take the gun, just look at the gun.
After this, you're not gonna hunt shit anymore.
Okay.
Look at that. Crime Central.
Okay.
Come on, Sean. We gotta go.
I'm going.
We would be so dead if we didn't have Daniel's power.
Yep.
Take it out, Daniel. Time to go.
We're screwed. We're so screwed. We're so majorly screwed.
Hurry, Sean. Drive.
I They're gonna have a low jack in that truck. We're close to the border. Wear your seatbelts, please.
Nobody is chasing us.
Seat fucking belts.
Not yet.
Emergency! This is an all-points bulletin. Every unit in the area. 2 prisoners, both teenagers, have escaped using violent force from the El Rey police station. They are considered armed and dangerous. Repeat.
We're not really armed and dangerous.
Are we still going to Mexico?
It's
Yeah,
kind of past the point of no
we got
return.
nowhere else to go.
We could turn ourselves in, don't get me wrong. But then it becomes a question of why did we break out just to turn ourselves in?
Sean, it's the 4th of July. Our first one without Dad.
You're right.
Yay.
Remember how he was so into fireworks every year?
This is grief.
He always made us go too early so we could get a good spot.
I know. He is so corny. He said he was proud to live in his country.
That makes me wonder if they are going to have a point where we actually choose. But again, why break out just to stay?
Shit.
I don't think we're crossing.
Sean, what are we gonna do?
Sean!
Of course, it's her.
It's over. Don't make this worse. Get out of the car. Slow. With your hands above your head. Do exactly what I say.
What are we going to do?
You know that day? In Seattle? The day Dad was shot? I think about it every day. And I would give anything to change what happened. But I can't. I'm sorry for my mistakes. I tried my best. I swear.
Sean,
I'm so proud of you, and I know, just like Dad would be. We both learned a lot together, but you can make your own rules now. If we surrender, they will separate us, Daniel. And if that happens, promise me that you will always do the right thing, okay? Don't waste your power. Be smart like you already are.
I don't want to be separated.
Hear me out. Please. Don't make any more mistakes.
Whatever
It's
happens,
not too late to surrender.
always remember that you're Daniel Diaz.
You know this is
I promise, Sean.
a trap. You can trust me. Please, get out of the car. Come on. There's no way out.
That felt like a goodbye,
This is our last.
one way or another.
Listen up.
How does the story of the Wolf brothers end?
Step out of the car.
This feels like it'll be a choice. Yeah. Cross the border where we'd have to use Daniel's power, or surrender. I think there are too many cops to cross the border. I don't think it'll go well, even with Daniel's power. Daniel's power can do a great many things, but we have seen that it can't stop bullets. I think surrendering is the better option. Yeah, they would be separated, but I feel like if we're trying to cross the border, It's like playing a weird gambling game where we're trying to risk everything at the chance of no consequence. But we are risking everything. At least to surrender, we have somewhat of an idea of what the consequences will be. And because we know what the consequences are, it feels scary. But at least we're not risking everything. Yeah, they'll be separated, but at least we know our brother will be alive. Let's go with surrender. He'll also be with his grandparents. He'll be with family. It won't be us. I wish it wasn't that agent, because I don't like her.
I think their story ends right here.
No, it doesn't.
Here?
Their adventure ends here. Their story does not.
But I could...
I know.
I get
Just
it.
because you could doesn't mean that that's the
It's
choice
not who we are.
that we make now.
Exactly. We're not criminals. We're just kids. And we still have time to choose what life we want to live. You're my brother. And I love you.
I love you too, Sean.
It's gonna be alright. Promise.
You promise? For real this time?
Yeah.
I do. We're doing the right thing. Just try and remember what I taught you. I mean, only the good shit.
I will. I swear.
It may not be the exact situation that they want, but it'll work out one way or another. The hard part is choosing to do that when we know it won't be how we want it to work out.
On your knees! I said on your knees now!
I'm sorry about all this. We're gonna look after your brother. That's my word.
I still don't like her. I don't trust her.
He's ready.
Sean! No! Sean!
Oye. He's gonna be fine.
Daniel! You're not a little wolf anymore. Never forget who you are. Never.
Let's face it, if Daniel really wanted to go at him, he could. Bienvenido a Mexico. Mexico, I guess. God, I probably said all that wrong. I'm sorry. So what now? It is the last episode after all. Oh. 2017, welcome home, Daniel. Getting to visit his brother in prison in 2018. Getting to play with Chris, 2019. Super Wolf saves the day, April 2019 issue. $2025. visiting away again. That looks like David. And the art. Mom, grandma, his brother. Maybe from Sean's perspective. Does that be Daniel working in a coffee shop? 2033. Daniel moving. Daniel got to live a mostly normal life. What about Sean? 15 years, damn, after the events at the border. Mom and brother waiting. Sure hope we got to visit more than just that once. Your entire childhood was taken. I mean, your last couple of years of of being a teen, your young adulthood is taken, and "15 years. At least you could always go to away. Like, you would have a home you could always go to. Which is not always everybody's situation. That's also quite the beard. This feels like the very beginning of the game, like Seattle. Yeah, that first national park. We have a glass eye now. Ah, that would be so different to go back to. I also wonder if Daniel still has his powers, even. Camping out at the same spot. It's very different from last time. It's like they've weirdly switched roles. Now Daniel takes care of Sean. Sean also doesn't have to hide his emotions anymore from his brother, because it's not this idea of he's a kid, he can't handle it. He can talk to him like an adult. He doesn't have to be the parent anymore. His brother can help him. Is that same car from 15 years ago still fucking there? I wonder if that actually is it. now? Oh no, it's each of them have their own car. Shit, Sean could be a blogger, like their old friend. Howling. After being apart for so long, I would hope that they would stay in touch. More than just like a day or a couple days. Obviously, Daniel still has his power. He wanted to put on a good show for his brother. Wanted to hide his emotions. Seatbelts! Nobody in this game believes in seatbelts. What a tragic game. Even if other people get other endings, it's just set up the entire way to be tragic. Well, that's the end of Life is Strange 2. Let's see what it says for my choices. 2 of them. You decided to surrender to the police and Daniel accepted. Oh, he could have not accepted. You decided to force the roadblock and Daniel refused. Oh. You decided to force the roadblock and Daniel accepted. You decided to surrender to the police and Daniel refused. Damn. Okay. So, I mean, of course it makes sense that Daniel has his own choice with it, too. Overall, you taught Daniel to do his best and follow the rules of society. Overall, you taught Daniel to put himself and his brother first. Oh. So overall, game-wise, we went this whole journey with our brother. Across. Across? That's this way. It's still across if it's north and south. Anyways, it was still across the United States. Trying to raise him, which I always feel the need to add, like, that shouldn't have been our job, but unfortunate circumstances put us in that situation. And I think that there's that extra sense of responsibility when we have a brother who has powers. And overall, we ended up teaching him to, like, just do your best, treat other people like they're decent, follow the rules of society. Sometimes you can put yourself first, sometimes you can't put yourself first. That's part of rules of society. Not one extreme or the other. And part of that means surrendering to the police, because inherently, if we're not putting ourselves first, that means that we're facing the consequences of our actions, even if it's not fair sometimes. I don't know how many different endings the game has, but I guess I look at it as a sort of moot because the game is set up to be tragic. In the very first episode of the game, our father dies in a very politically relevant way, but it is very... there's so much trauma in this game. You know, our father dies in front of us. Everything that happened with Chris and the dog. This idea of, like, the secrecy with the powers. It's not something that everybody has, so it would not be something that would be easy to go talk to people about even. Or even always wondering, like, could I have done something about it? The game has a lot of conversations about hatred in some way, shape, or form, which is a lot of heaviness. This is one of those games where I kind of wish that they had some type of a disclaimer that says, like, hey, these are a lot of the things that we talk about. And I always feel like that's a balancing act where, like, you don't want to, like, spoil things, but at the same time, things like conversion therapy, for example, can be very triggering. So, but it can be very beneficial to have that as a warning. I know games like Doki Doki Literature Club will say, like, for realsies, this is a game that should have a content warning. And if you want to know about the details of that content warning, visit this website. And I think that that would be a fantastic way for this game to handle it, because there are so many things that are heavy topics. And not even just heavy topics, but like potentially controversial topics. That way, at least you like know what you're getting yourself into, kind of a thing. And then you can be mentally prepared. Because I was not. But I think the game handled it well, because these topics they're often sensitive. They're often something that we easily become offended by as a society. But the game brought them up in a way that felt like realistic. And these things are important to talk about because these things impact people. And these things impact mental health, which is why I think it's important to talk about it and not just gloss over these things. Oh shit, there's more. You did the treasure hunt and found the hidden souvenir versus refused or didn't finish the quest. You overall got closer to Karen. You wrote a caring note to Karen versus conciliating, lukewarm, or didn't leave a note. You said farewell to Arthur. You said farewell to Arthur and Stanley. You said farewell to Joanne. You hugged Karen before leaving. You intervened to calm Diego in the cells. You didn't open the couple's cell. Oh, that was an option. I didn't know that. Oh, we could have freed the Mexican couple. Oh, I didn't know that was an option. I went to the door thinking that maybe that was an option. I didn't see the prompt. You didn't ask Daniel to free the vigilantes. Oh, that was an option. Yeah, I didn't ask that. I didn't see a prompt for anything like that either. Like Sean talked about it like, oh, well, maybe we can make peace with them. Maybe it's because I didn't talk to them earlier too. Because like, they were still being assholes. You didn't hurt the vigilantes either. Oh, we could have asked him to take revenge on them. Yeah, in that case, I'm glad there wasn't a prompt there. You didn't ask Daniel to kill the officers to escape the police station. Yeah, let's not kill people. Daniel was told off about the scorpion and stopped messing with it. What were the other options? Oh, he kept messing with it or wasn't told off. Okay. Daniel managed to set up Joanne's sculpture with your help versus he set it up like he wanted or without your help. Daniel was concerned about hurting Officer Campbell. I mean, that shows compassion for other people. And it shows that like when he's not being watched, he would continue to do the same things because that's what he was doing. Before he found us, he was still trying to not hurt the officers. Daniel wasn't asked to free the vigilantes. Daniel didn't have to lash out at the vigilantes versus refusing or accepting to take revenge on them. He knocked out the officers versus locked them in a closet, was forced to intervene because they got too close, or killed them. I'm glad I found the buttons when I did. Wasn't asked to kill them. Oh, so wait, if we went to where they were, we would have had that prompt. Oh, I don't like that. Thanks for playing the following and following Sean and Daniel on their journey. Oh. I think the porch for the menu has been empty. Maybe it's because I've been playing the game and it reflects like where you're at in the game. I just realized how weird it is to see all three of them there. Kind of bittersweet in its own way. I would love to hear your thoughts in the game and the video, and I will see you next time.